Hi viewers, welcome to our channel. Presently, we are along with Dr. Karthik Pandurang Jadhav, cardiologist, Apollo Hospital. Hi sir, how are you?
Hello.
Foods that can reverse heart disease.
Okay, so food that reverses heart disease. There are some data with regards to fruits, raw food such as salads and all that. Along with salads, it is known that polyunsaturated fatty acid food, especially the fish and the fish oil contains, those are known to, at least we have some data saying that it can reverse the heart disease to some extent. But of course, we need to see in Indians. We do not know yet that Indians have that same effect.
Okay, sir, can you please tell us 10 healthy tips for healthy heart?
So 10 tips for healthy heart. One, the most important thing is diet. Diet, have 3 times daily, 3 times of food, wherein you have 3 servings of vegetables or fruits and 1 serving of pulses and 3 servings of cereals. Along with that, try to avoid as much as possible the packed items. Packed food, bakery items are bad. They contain a lot of trans fatty acids which are not good, especially the chips and finger chips, which is served quite abundantly in most of the restaurants, have to be avoided as much as possible. Along with that, this is the diet. Then coming to exercise, have a moderate exercises such as jogging, swimming and cycling up to about 75 to 150 minutes in a week. So with at least 1 day of gap will be ideal. And other than that, vegetarianism is the growing trend, and veganism is also quite good. That is, if you are more inclined towards this, that's quite healthy. But then if you are a non-vegetarian guy, then please do take fish or chicken to some extent, but avoid red meat as much as possible. And the most important thing which I always talk about is people who are smokers. You have to stop smoking. There is no other alternative. And whatever addiction is there to the smoking is mostly the mental addiction, and it can be stopped immediately. So other than that, alcohol intake, the wines, when it is consumed in moderate quantities, is known to have some benefit. Of course, in Indian context, as much as possible, avoid it as much as possible. And if you want to have it, then have wines or small the drinks which have got smaller percentage of alcohol. Then other than that, coming to mental health, make sure you do some kind of exercises, breathing techniques or yoga, wherein you have a very good calm life. Make sure that your working environment, especially in your offices and wherever you do job, has to be quite calm and according to your convenience. And try to avoid night shifts as much as possible. Then coming to the next point, that is sleep. Extremely important, sleep. There was a study in 2022 which was published in European Society of Cardiology, where it showed that the sleep reduction of almost 4 hours per day has got a very high incidence of heart attacks and heart failures. So sleep has to be important, and not just any sleep. It has to be a good deep sleep of at least 6 to 7 hours in a day. 8th point, very important. Once you are crossing 40 years of age, if you don't have any problem, but still you visit a doctor, a physician, at least once in 2 years, get all the whole body checkup done on regular basis. And if you're a diabetic, then please visit at least once in a year. At least twice is quite ideal. And if you're a heart patient, then minimum once in 6 months is ideal. Along with that, coming to 9th point, if you're a heart patient, make sure you have control over your salt intake and water intake, and that has to be decided by the treating doctor, that how much of water and salt has to be taken. Extremely important. So 10th point, make sure that you have a proper family history of heart disease. If you have any of your close family members, like first degree relatives like father, mother, or brothers who are suffering from heart disease, such people should go and visit a physician once at least to make sure that they don't suffer from the same disease. And another point, an additional point, now that I have given 10 points, 11th point will be free. So 11th point, make sure if you have long-term problems like some autoimmune diseases, rheumatoid arthritis, or even allergic diseases or skin related issues, even they can suffer from heart diseases. So when you visit any of the doctors such as rheumatologist or skin specialist, do ask them that whether there is a chance that you might develop a heart disease. If they say yes, then please do visit a physician or a cardiologist. And one more thing I would like to say, that is 12th point. So 12th point, anybody who wants to go to a gym for a regular training and all that, especially there is something called as HIT or high intensity training, make sure you visit a cardiologist before going to such training, because they are not organized in our country. There are no guidelines as to who should do it and who should avoid it, and there is a very, very low awareness, especially among the youth. And because they watch a lot of Bollywood movies, they tend to have a impression that developing body is more important than health. So please do visit a cardiologist, get a clearance, and then go ahead with high intensity